Have you ever asked yourself this question? What is the single biggest mistake an older man makes when he's with a young woman? It's not his gray hair. It's not the difference in music taste, the energy levels, or even the way society might raise its eyebrows. No, the mistake is far deeper, far more subtle, and it's something Marcus Aurelius himself would warn us against. You see, the downfall isn't the age gap. It's the way a man forgets who he is. Let me explain with a story. Imagine an older man who meets a young woman. At first, she's drawn to him, not because of his age, but because of his calm presence, his stability, his wisdom. She feels safe around him in a way she never did with boys her age. But slowly, things begin to change. He starts acting differently. He tries to dress like someone 20 years younger, laugh at jokes he doesn't understand, and buy gifts he can't afford, just to keep her attention. Instead of being the steady mountain she admired, he becomes like a shaky tree in the storm, bending in every direction just to avoid losing her. And do you know what happens? She loses respect. Attraction fades. What once was admiration turns into pity, or worse, annoyance. Marcus Aurelius once said, "If you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your estimate of it." Think about that. The pain an older man feels in trying to hold on to a young woman is not caused by her, but by his own fear, his own belief that he is not enough as he is. And this is the tragedy. He had everything she wanted from the start. His maturity, his life experience, his discipline, his calmness, but he abandoned those strengths to play a role that was never his. Now here's the truth. Most men don't want to hear. If you are an older man with a younger woman, you don't need to fight against time. You need to master yourself. Age isn't your weakness, it's your power. But misuse it, and you destroy the very thing that made her interested in you in the first place. That's exactly why in this video, we are going to talk about the things you should never do with a young woman if you are an older man, according to Stoic wisdom. Not shallow dating tricks, but deep principles rooted in self-control, respect, and authenticity. So before we dive in, let me ask you for something small. If you're new here, make sure you hit that subscribe button to join our community, Deep Stoic. Give this video a like if you've ever been in a situation where love and age seemed complicated. And most importantly, watch this video all the way through. Because I promise you, the insights from Marcus Aurelius and Stoic philosophy won't just change how you deal with younger women, they will change how you see yourself as a man. Let's get started. Point 1. Never try to compete with her youth. Let me ask you something. Have you ever seen an older man trying to act like a 20-year-old just to impress a younger woman? Maybe you've even caught yourself doing it. Buying the latest sneakers? Forcing yourself into trends you don't care about? Pretending to love music you don't even understand? Be honest, didn't it feel a little fake? Here's the truth. When a young woman chooses to spend time with you, it's not because she wants another boy. She already has plenty of those in her world. She's drawn to you because of your calmness, your stability, your life experience, the things young men often lack. But the moment you try to compete with her youth, you lose the very reason she was drawn to you in the first place. Think about your own love memories for a second. Remember the moments when someone fell for you not because you were trying so hard, but because you were simply yourself? Maybe it was the way you listened deeply, the way you carried yourself with quiet confidence, or the way you didn't get shaken by little things. That's what makes you magnetic. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one." The same applies here. Stop wasting time trying to act young. Be who you are, a man who has lived, learned, and grown. That's what she admires. So the next time you're with a young woman, don't try to keep up with her youth. Instead, let her feel the strength of your maturity. Be the calm presence in her storm. Trust me, that's far more attractive than trying to be something you're not. Point 2. Don't overcompensate with money or gifts. Let me ask you something personal. Do you remember the very first gift you gave to someone you loved? Maybe it was a flower, a letter, or even something small like a chocolate bar. Did she smile because of the price tag? Or because she felt the love and thought behind it? Now here's the trap many older men fall into when dating a younger woman. They start to think, she's young, I'm older. I need to spend more, buy more, give more, or she won't stay. So they shower her with gifts, fancy dinners, expensive handbags, thinking money can replace connection. But what really happens? The relationship stops feeling like love and starts feeling like a transaction. Marcus Aurelius once said, "Very little is needed to make a happy life. It is all within yourself." The same is true in love. A woman's heart is not bought, it's felt. What she really wants is your attention, your presence, your wisdom. She wants to feel safe in your arms, not buried under your wallet. Think about your own memories again. Wasn't it those late-night conversations, those moments of laughter, those times you opened up about your dreams, that truly connected you? That's what she'll remember years later, not the brand name on a bag. So here's the truth. Never try to buy her love. Be generous, yes, but generous with your time, your care, your presence. Because love built on gifts will fade, but love built on soul will stay. Point 3. Avoid acting desperate for validation. Let me ask you something. Have you ever been in love so deeply that you found yourself checking your phone every 2 minutes? Waiting for her text? Maybe you sent a message, and when she didn't reply right away, your heart sank. You started wondering, did I say something wrong? Is she losing interest? We've all been there. But here's the problem. When an older man is with a younger woman, that desperation becomes even more visible. He constantly seeks validation, asking if she still finds him attractive, if she still wants him, if she's happy with him. At first, she may reassure him, but slowly she starts to lose respect, because instead of being her rock, he becomes like a child begging for approval. Marcus Aurelius taught, man should not be dependent on the applause of others, but on his own virtue. And this is exactly where most men fail. They forget that true strength doesn't come from hearing, "I love you" 100 times a day. It comes from knowing you are enough, even in silence. Think back to your own love memories. The moments that touched your heart the most weren't when someone kept asking, "Do you love me?" but when they showed it through their calmness, their presence, their quiet confidence. That's what women remember. So here's the lesson. Don't beg for love. Don't suffocate her with constant need for reassurance. Stand firm in who you are. When she sees you grounded and secure, she'll give you more love than you ever asked for. Because love isn't proven through words, it's felt through presence. Point 4. Never lose your frame in arguments. Tell me honestly, have you ever been in an argument with someone you loved, where the words got sharper, the voices louder, and suddenly, you said something you didn't mean, and afterward you sat alone thinking, why did I lose control? Why couldn't I just stay calm? This is exactly where many older men make a mistake with younger women. Instead of being the calm presence she can lean on, they explode at small things, jealousy, impatience, insecurity. They let emotions rule them, and in doing so, they lose the respect that comes with age. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength." Arguments are the perfect place to practice this. Because when you stay calm while she is upset, you show strength without words. You show her you are not shaken by storms, you are the mountain. Think back to your own love memories. Wasn't it powerful when someone you cared about stayed calm even when you were upset? Didn't it make you feel safe, valued, understood? That's the gift you can give her. Not shouting, not proving who's right, but holding your frame with dignity. So here's the truth. Never lose yourself in arguments. If she's emotional, let her be. Listen. Pause. Respond with calmness instead of fire. Because when you hold your frame, she will admire you more deeply, not just as a lover, but as a man she can trust with her heart. Point 5. Don't pretend to be what you're not. Let me ask you, have you ever tried to impress someone you loved by pretending to like something you actually didn't? Maybe you laughed at a joke you didn't find funny, or acted excited about a movie you secretly hated. For a moment it felt easier to play along than to show your real self. But deep down, didn't it also feel empty? This is one of the biggest mistakes older men make with younger women. Out of fear of not being enough, they start pretending. They copy the slang, the fashion, the trends, even the lifestyle. At first it may look playful, but soon it becomes obvious, and nothing kills attraction faster than inauthenticity. Marcus Aurelius said, "The best way to live is to be in harmony with your own nature." That means your power lies in being yourself, not in pretending to be younger, richer, cooler, or someone else entirely. Think about your own love memories. The people who touched your heart the most. Weren't they the ones who were unapologetically themselves? The ones who made you feel free to be yourself too? That's the real secret. A young woman doesn't want a copy of her peers. She wants the authenticity, maturity, and truth only you can bring. So here's the lesson. Never pretend to be something you're not. If you like jazz instead of pop, say it. If you enjoy quiet nights more than parties, own it. Because when you are real, she doesn't just fall for a mask, she falls for the man. And that, my friend, is a love that lasts. Point 6. Never forget your purpose for her attention. Let me ask you something. Have you ever been in a relationship where, slowly, without realizing it, the other person became your whole world? Where you stopped focusing on your dreams, your goals, your passions, and instead, your entire identity became tied to keeping them happy? Think back. Didn't that love start to feel heavy? Almost like a cage instead of freedom? This is where many older men lose their way with younger women. At first, she is attracted to his direction in life, his sense of purpose, his discipline, his ability to build and create. But over time, he starts giving up his own pursuits just to spend more time with her, to make her the center of his existence. What he doesn't realize is this: the very thing that made him attractive in the first place, his purpose, is now gone. Marcus Aurelius said, "A man's worth is no greater than his ambitions." A woman, especially a younger one, doesn't fall in love with a man who abandons himself. She falls in love with a man who is so deeply rooted in his mission that his presence inspires her. Think about your own love memories. Wasn't it when you were most alive, working on your goals, chasing your dreams, that love felt most exciting? She admired the man you were becoming, not just the man by her side. So here's the lesson. Never forget your purpose just because she's in your life. Let her be a part of your journey, not the reason you abandoned it. Because when you stay true to your mission, she won't just respect you, she'll admire you even more deeply. Point 7. Don't cross boundaries of respect. Let me ask you, do you remember the first time you felt truly respected in a relationship? Not just loved, not just wanted, but respected. Didn't it feel powerful, almost sacred? Now think of the opposite. The moment when respect was broken. Maybe it was a harsh word, a careless act, or a boundary ignored. Didn't it hurt more than anything else? This is where many older men fail with younger women. They forget that respect is the foundation of love. Sometimes, out of insecurity, they push too hard, they control, they dominate, or worse, they ignore the boundaries she sets. And when that happens, no matter how strong the attraction once was, it begins to wither away. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Treat others as if they were what they ought to be, and you help them become what they are capable of being." Respect is exactly that. It's seeing her not just as she is now, but as the woman she is capable of becoming. Think back to your own love memories. The relationships that stayed in your heart weren't the ones filled with constant gifts or sweet words. They were the ones where respect was never broken, where you could trust each other with your truth, your pain, your dreams. So here's the lesson. Never cross the line of respect. Don't use your age, your experience, or your power to belittle her. Don't control her freedom. Instead, honor her boundaries and let her honor yours. Because love without respect is fragile, but love with respect becomes unshakable. Conclusion. So, let's take a step back and reflect on everything we've uncovered. Being an older man with a younger woman is not about tricks, games, or trying to be someone you're not. It's about embodying what Marcus Aurelius and the Stoics always taught: self-mastery, authenticity, and respect. Never compete with her youth because your strength lies in your maturity. Don't try to buy love with gifts because what she really wants is your presence. Avoid acting desperate for validation. Stand strong in your worth. Never lose your frame in arguments. Be her calm in the storm. Don't pretend to be what you're not. Your truth is far more attractive than any mask. Never abandon your purpose because your mission is what makes you magnetic. And above all, never cross the boundaries of respect because without it, love cannot survive. At the heart of it all, the Stoic truth is simple. It's not about controlling her. It's about mastering yourself. When you live with dignity, calmness, and purpose, love becomes natural, and age, it no longer matters. Now, before you leave, let me ask you, did this video resonate with your own love memories? Did you find yourself nodding? Thinking of moments when you made these mistakes or moments when you got it right? If yes, then this is your sign to start living with Stoic wisdom in your relationships. If you enjoyed this video, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button and join our growing community here on Deep Stoic. Give this video a like if you've ever loved deeply and learned lessons from it. And drop a comment below sharing one mistake you've made in love and what it taught you. Trust me, your story might help another man watching this right now. And remember, this is just the beginning. In the next video, We'll go even deeper into Stoic teachings and how they can transform not just your love life, but your entire way of living. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.